Okay, I tried to make a video about what Trump is doing with the economy and how he's um, doing a trade war supposedly with China or whatever. Um, I tried to explain it, but it was kind of hard. Uh, the last video I made, there was a comment on the video. I deleted it, but um, it was like, "Why can't you talk? How come you don't make videos? Well, how come you don't like what?" Anyways, I'm not really a great speaker, but there's also a lot of pressure when you're doing something like this from other dimensions, from demons and whatever things trying to cause problems or such things that make it difficult to concentrate to speak, whatever, when you're doing things that really matter. And I think that's what was happening. But anyways, I'll try again. Um, what Trump basically is doing is he's saying the U.S. has a credit card, the credit card of the United States and the world, in the world economy, right? And the United States has racked up a huge debt on their credit card because they keep buying from China, they keep buying from everywhere else, more than the other places buy from them. Like China doesn't buy very much from the U.S., almost nothing. Products made in U.S. being sold in China doesn't happen. And so basically, U.S. is buying, 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 and the way U.S. makes money though is from China buying from them. Um, the same with Canada and Mexico, right? Now there's a real problem with the between China between Canada and Mexico. Um, Mexico is really bad. They buy a lot. They don't buy anything from the U.S. compared to what the U.S. buys from Mexico. U.S. buys a lot from Mexico. Like the trade imbalance is huge with Mexico, and it's getting worse if you look over the last 20 years. With Canada, it's actually getting slowly better over the last 20 years. Like we're buying more from the U.S. and whatever, but it's still very much um, a very, very much an imbalance between the U.S. and Canada. Meaning, like we don't sell made in America stuff in our stores. I had a, I was telling in the previous video, I had a customer come to me and say, "I want Canadian cheese." You know, I want to buy Canadian cheese because I want to support Canada because of Trump, whatever. And here I'm going to show. I took pictures of our deli department. Um, and wait, where is it? Okay, so look, imported from England. They, I went through all the cheese and all the meat, and not a single thing from the U.S. We have cheese from England. Um, this is all England here, and maybe somewhere else. This is from Italy, Holland. This is all Holland and Italy, and this is from Europe somewhere. This one here. Um, not very good pictures. I kind of took them quick because I was supposed to be working. This is from Norway. This is Jarlsberg. Um, oh no, this is Canadian, I guess. But anyway, yeah, we have a lot of Canadian cheese. But if you look at the border, oh, that's why I had the map there. Anyways, Switzerland, a lot from Switzerland, France. This is France, yeah, and oh, Denmark. This is from Denmark. Everything Castello. So basically, every country in Europe is represented. And I went to the meat department manager, and like we have meat in the deli too, and none of it comes from the U.S., but it comes from all over Europe and stuff too, but nothing from the U.S. And this is from Italy. But the thing is, this is from Italy, but it has the Superstore brand name on it. So basically, it's saying, it's a Canadian. It's our generic brand for Canada. for our store in Canada, but it's actually imported from Italy or wherever, from Europe. So yeah, but you look at Europe. I just thought this was funny because head cheese, like Europe's the head cheese of the world, right? Because they're the bullies of the playground, and so they're like, we're the head cheese, European brand. Anyways, I just thought it was funny. It's actually not. It's actually from Canada, but um, uh, I also talked to the seafood department at our store, and they said there was nothing from America either, but there's actually a lot from Asia, a lot of seafood from Asia, um, like China and wherever, but uh, but nothing from America. Now, if you look at the map, where is that map? Anyways, oh, uh, um, anyways, okay, it's really small here, but the border is right there. Like you look at how close Calgary is to the border. Um, we're right beside the U.S. We're right beside the U.S. And yet it's like uh, everything is shipped from all over the world, from from Asia, from Europe. So far away, it goes all the way to the world to get to our store. Oh, come on, where is that map? Um, okay, yeah. See, look, there's Calgary. Calgary's like right there, right on the border. There's the U.S. There's Calgary. We could be shipping. It's the easiest country to buy from. U.S. is, and we don't have a single thing that's. Well, we have fruit. Supposedly because the fruit, it doesn't last very long. It won't last from Europe to America because it's very, it only lasts a few days or whatever. So we have to buy from the U.S. because it's so close. That's about the only thing, fruit and vegetables, that we buy from the U.S. Other than that, all the other things that we don't absolutely have to buy from the U.S., we don't. We ship it from the middle of the other side of the world. There's no sense in it. There's absolutely no sense. It's like we are systematically targeting the U.S., Canada. It's just like the rest of the world is, like China or whatever. They have a plan for everything to be made in China. Like China is very aggressive with their taking over everyone's. Basically, they're banking the money. It's like you have a credit card and you're buying from country. You're just buying from country. Either you're buying more or you're buying less than the other country, and whoever buys more goes in debt, and whoever sells more makes more money. That's how it works. That's how economy works. And right now, the U.S. is hugely in debt, and Trump is trying to fix that. And everybody is criticizing him because it's the world government in Europe. We sell all our cheese and whatever from Europe. Trump is basically picking a fight with Europe, but nobody gets that. With the world economy is based in UBS, Switzerland, and the Alps, and Trump is trying to break that down and reevaluate everything. And yeah, he knows business. Nobody, and so that's why he's getting so much flack. I wanted to make another video partly because I just see so much stupid, just insulting things towards Trump on social media and wherever. I keep getting people posting on Facebook like anti-Trump. Like there was one guy today. He was like, "Oh, he's starting up the steel mills in the United States again because China. He's doing a trade embargo with China." You know what? You have to do stuff like that because you know what? You need to start making money. You need to start building up your store again, the United States store, so that people will buy from you. because right now you're just buying from everyone else. The U.S. has to do that. It has to be done. And the guy was, they just make up whatever to get people riled up and to get them mad at Trump because they own the media. It's Europe that owns the media. There is one company in France called Eutelsat that owns 60% of the, what was it, 60%? Or more. Anyways, I think it was 60% of the US satellite contracts. One company in France, the satellite. So if you're watching television, it goes to the satellite and whatever, or different satellite types things. 60% of the U.S. satellite contracts go through one company in France. All of U.S. satellite contracts go through France. Does that make any sense to anyone? I mean, we're sending up satellites all the time from the U.S., but Europe has such a stranglehold on everyone in the world that you can't do anything. Mao Zedong was trained by Yale. They've been controlling China. China is like one huge labor camp, and basically a gas chamber too, because they're manufacturing everything and whatever. But Europe is China's been the only country in the world with a one-child policy for 40 years. That's how much Europe has been controlling them. It's genocide against Chinese people. China perfected their control techniques in China. Really, I mean, communism came from Europe, and Mao Zedong was trained by Yale, which is British. Anyways, I could go on and on and on about this, but I'm just saying, don't be hard on Trump, people. He's the good guy. Oh yeah, my manager. One of my managers, the store manager, like top manager in my store. I was like, we don't sell anything from America. And I said, Trump is right. Her response, Trump isn't right about anything. She's just like, hard note. Trump isn't right about anything. I could feel her energy get mad at me before she said anything. As soon as I mentioned Trump, she was like, ugh. And then she said, Trump isn't right about anything. I came back at her. Trump is right about everything. Anyways, whatever. That's the store manager. Stupid people. Oh my goodness. Our managers, mostly in the store, they make it so simple that anybody could run it. The managers mostly just throw out the garbage and sweep the floors. The store basically runs itself and whatever, because they have to make it that way so that they can put the idiots in charge. The stupidest people they put in charge, and they have to make the job so easy so that they can put the stupidest people in charge. Everything's automated or whatever. They don't really have to do anything. They just, becoming a manager is all about politics, and they mostly want to put incompetent people in charge because that's how they do things. That's how they do things in Africa. That's how they do things in China, wherever. The most corrupt, the most ignorant people they put in charge. They make managers. They make presidents. They, put them over a country if they're stupid enough, because they want stupid people to be running everything so that they can control them, so they can manipulate everything. It's all controlled by Europe, and it's all done that right through all the companies, right through all the governments, right through everything in the world right now. Everything in every country. So, except the U.S. The U.S., because of Trump, I swear, it's like the free world is so limited right now, so extremely small and limited, because everything's being controlled from Europe. Anyways, I'm rambling, but yeah, make America great again. It used to be a lot stronger. Now it's become weak. But and the borders thing, he gets flack about the borders. He's right. If you don't have borders, you don't have a country. You need borders to have a country. Otherwise, you just have one big world, right? And that's what Europe wants, is one big world, one big melting pot that just they can control. When you have borders, you have possible uprisings, you have possible rogue elements or whatever. With if there's separate countries, if the world is all just one big under one big government, Europe, that's what they want, because they are the government, and they are the Politburo of the Communist Party, of whatever, and they want to make everything government everywhere under one government. That would be the simplest thing for them. That's what they want. And Trump is saying, no, we need borders. I don't want to just be part of one big world mess, one big world government, big brother type situation. Anyways.